What's going on? I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Good, thank you.
All good to go.
Got a battle of unbeatens here at the Rose Bowl Friday night on ESPN. How excited are you for this big stage? A lot of people watching.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to take it just like we take every week and do our jobs and making sure we're coming out here and executing at a really high level. Again, I say it every week. We're going to see if they can run with us and compete with us. We're going to just go in there and do our game. So,
you completed 82% of your passes, I believe, the other day. Do you feel like you're pretty locked in right now the way that you're playing?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said last week, wanted to start this game off really fast, trying to not put ourselves in a hole, and me being able to get the ball in the right spots at the right times is a big part of that. So, for sure, is definitely something to improve on, and definitely something to pat my back on for sure too at the same time.
I think they had like 8 sacks in that Stanford game.
Yep.
Have you looked at their pass rush and what they do well that you guys have to watch out for?
Yeah, it's definitely one of their strengths, if not the strength of their defense, is their front seven. They got a lot of really talented edge rushers. So, we're going to have our hands cut out for us on the offensive line front. But other than that, I think we should be really good. They're a really good team. They coach really well. That staff came from Fresno, so obviously we're real familiar with what they run, and they're real familiar with what we run. So it should be a good game for sure.
How much more heightened do you have to be as far as going on the run versus going through your reads against a defense like this?
Again, it has nothing to do with who we play or what team we necessarily play. I'm going to go out there and still do my same progression, still do my same reads. If a hole or something opens up, I'll take off. But other than that, we're going to go out there and execute at a really high level. And if they make some plays, they make some plays, but we're going to stick to our game plan and do us. So.
They have a really good quarterback, too. Are you able to watch the opposing offense on Saturdays, or are you like on the sidelines so focused on adjustments and talking to people that you don't really watch those plays?
Every so often. There's not always a bunch of things to correct on every drive, so you don't always have to talk to your guys over and over again on the sideline. I do get times to watch the offense, go out there and stuff like that too. So.
Do you get excited? Obviously you don't play against their quarterback, but he's another high-profile guy who's had a lot of success. Do you enjoy watching other quarterbacks too?
I wouldn't say I enjoy it, but I do admire some of everybody's game in the league and in our conference. And so always trying to learn and improve. I'm not the best when it comes to, fundamentals yet or techniques or anything like that. So just trying to always find little nuances I can add to my game and taking a step that way too. So.
You just talked about how you guys started off quickly, and Coach talked about how conditioning has helped the team overall, especially in the second half. Do you feel that right now is more representative of what the team can do as opposed to maybe the first 3 games?
I necessarily wouldn't say that. I would say, this is all coming together as, I'd say, a big old process, a big journey, and we're just adding on to that, continuing to write the story, continuing to put in the work day in and day out, and seeing what we can get out of it, and seeing how hard we can push ourselves and our coaches and everybody involved to see how far we can really take this thing. So,
you guys have had 9 players catch touchdowns, 6 go in for rushing touchdowns.
Yep.
What can you say about the roster and having so many guys able to participate in that way?
Yeah, I knew that coming back, that we were going to have some really good offensive depth, guys that, not are only talented but also know the offense, know how to read coverages and stuff like that. So that's one of the big reasons why I came back to this team. And, having those guys around, it makes my job a lot easier for sure.
What's the biggest challenge for you of the short turnaround this week?
It's a really good question. I think just the recovery process. You lose the day, so making sure I'm staying we're all on top of things when it comes to recovering. And as soon as I get done talking with you guys, I got to go hop in the cold tub and things like that. So just making sure I'm staying up on my body and make sure I'm staying healthy.
How much are you working with Ross, the team nutritionist, at this point in the season?
Oh, every day, all day. He's always in my ear. He's always handing me smoothies, making sure I'm staying up on my weight and stuff like that. So me and Ross are talking every day and all day too. So he's like speed dial on my phone.
Yeah, I know he played a huge role for not just you, but a bunch of guys during camp. So how are you seeing working with him kind of pay off now that you're a few games in?
Yeah, I think, a lot of soft tissue injuries, like hamstrings and torn this and torn that come from, nutrition and how well you take care of your body outside of football. So I think that's one of the biggest things I've seen. Just nobody's getting hurt out here unless it's like a freak injury or in game. And so I think he's keeping guys healthy from a nutritional standpoint for sure.
What have you seen out of Washington's secondary?
Really talented, really good team. Number 5, Cook, he's probably their leader. He's been there for a while, been in college for a while, so he knows the game. He knows how to run a defense and knows how to get guys lined up and operate. So they're a little young, has a little youth experience back there, but I think number 5 is going to get him going and stuff like that. So we got our hands cut out for us on the outside too.
In your career at UCLA, this year you're having your best pass completion numbers. How much of that is you doing individual work? How much is that Coach Gunderson, Coach Kelly, chiming in and helping you out?
Yeah, I think it all comes together as one. You can't have one without the other. And so, I think just putting in the work day in and day out, from the film room to the practice field to the weight room, and then also obviously to the training room and getting my body taken care of. So, like I said, over the off season, I'm trying to be a pro before I get there. And this is pretty much my rookie year, my pre-rookie year. So I think that's how I'm handling it, and I think it's going really well so far.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.